Hello there. Hello. I am. My name is Mets, as most literally everyone who will watch this video probably knows. And I have reinstalled Devil Daggers to make this small little video. In this video, I want to talk about something. Not only about Devil Daggers, but the journey of it. Oh crap. Okay, so it all started in I think 2021 with an obsession of the game called Fez. And if you've ever heard of Fez, it's a pretty good puzzle game. But I decided I wanted to go on an adventure. Like like more just looking at YouTube, looking uh, for reviews of the game, seeing what people thought of it. And I came upon one video, a video by someone named Cheddar, who explained the entire history and at what point we are now with how wonderful Fez is as a game. And that was a pretty good video. I liked it. They also had another few video essays. One of which was, well, about Devil Daggers, about how he survived 500 seconds. So I watched that, and that got me pretty interested in what this game was. Like, that was my first time ever seeing this game. And yeah, that it was inspiring how he talked about it, how he said it was the most difficult thing ever. So I wanted to be up for the challenge. But well, at the time, I kind of didn't have Steam and didn't want to go to the trouble of downloading it entirely. Like I know it's pretty simple, but yeah, back then I just wasn't bothered enough. But then I did get Steam, and well, my first ever game was Desert Bus. Like that, I got Desert Bus for free. But then I remembered Devil Daggers, and when that came to mind, I instantly bought it. I bought it and started playing, and it was really, really difficult. Like, man, was I not expecting it to be that difficult. I got to about, let's say, 40, 40 something seconds, and I decided to look into a Discord for it. And I did found a Discord, and that Discord, DD Pals is. I began as my usual, introducing myself and explaining why I'm here, and a lot of people instantly caught on and started giving me tips. And with the help of other people, I slowly got better. Like I learned how the mechanics worked, I learned how gems worked, I learned what a dagger jump is. And I still remember to this day the first time I got a level 2 hand. That moment, the moment that I got a level 2 hand, that was so powerful. I felt it. Like that was when I knew that I was gonna go for 500, even though I couldn't even survive 100 seconds or something. So then I decided I just kind of kept on playing, kept on improving. I eventually somehow jumped from like 110 to 170, which was a pretty big jump. Silver dagger, that was nice. And I also remember having a lot of trouble with collecting gems at first. Like at first, I had the mentality of like, oh, just missing a couple of gems. Hey, it doesn't matter that much. No, you need every single gem in the game. And so eventually I got level 3, which was also much a rush. Like I remember getting super excited about that. I remember getting super excited about level 3 dagger, level 3 hand. Like that was very very powerful feeling. And around the time I also got to know a lot of people better. Like for example, Watercat. He's a nice dude. Quite honestly, I don't know what else to say. He's a nice dude. Be nice to him. He's a nice dude. Few others like the top players, Axe, Sodop, and the guy that constantly keeps changing his name, so I don't know what to call him because he constantly keeps changing his name. So I just kind of went along and yeah, I had a lot of fun talking to people, even outside of Devil Dagger stuff. And over time, I improved and improved. And triple spiders, I remember having some trouble at that, but I didn't have as much trouble as other people. Like, I surprisingly learned that part quite easily. I remember, I remember a part in triple spiders where I got a PB of like 200-ish seconds, something like that. And in that PB, in the last 10 seconds, my mouse disconnected. So I managed to get a PB with a disconnected mouse. And like people were saying I was like better than X, who was at the moment top player, and better than like first guy who got uh 500. I forgot his name. I remember that part. That was pretty cool. Then eventually I came across Gold Dagger, and that's as most people who have the Gold Dagger, that's where the challenge starts. Because I already thought it was pretty hard, like, but no. Current day me would say to pass me who just got Gold Dagger, I would just say, listen up, bud. You just completed the tutorial, and now you're going for the real challenge. I got Gold Dagger in like maybe 3-ish months. I don't know. It's all archived in Discord. You could probably look it back. And then I remember also that, and I went a long ways after that. I kind of slowly inched my way forwards. Like I still remember using a lot of homing at 229, even though I only had level 3 hand. Then I eventually got good at that. And I also remember just not wanting to do practice sponsors. Like just I wanted to do this the real way. And future me would say to past me that that's a great idea. Don't do practice spot sets. They're boring. Okay, they probably would have helped, but this feels more accomplishing. So I went onwards throughout Gigapeats. I for every single new PB I like posted in Discord, and lots of people would just be very nice to me and like congratulate me on every single second I achieved extra. And eventually I remember having a PB where I almost had level 4, but I got scared and dumped 140 homing in one go. After that, I spent like 2 weeks. I remember it. 2 weeks how to shotgun tech. And then I spent another week learning how to aim with shotgun tech. Like I remember having to aim over the first squid to learn how to consistently aim. That helped a lot. Now I can shotgun tech like it's nothing. But the learning curve for that was very, very hard for me. Then I went onwards and got a lot more into the game. And as I progressed, I eventually got level 4 hand. And for everyone that has gotten level 4 hand, you know the feeling of the first time getting level 4 hand. Like the feeling of that pink, yellowish hand and firing it for the first time. That feeling, I vividly remember that. Like that was so damn cool. Like I shot everything. It felt like I was a manic that was able to kill everything. Afterwards, I got to the Leviathan for the first time. Like I remember the run. It was uh I remember the run. As Leviathan spawned, I clipped through a Gigapede's head. So, because the Leviathan sends a blood wave down, and I went through a Gigapede, like not through its hitbox, through its model, I thought I died, but I was still alive. So, in the PB, there was like a second of, wait, what's going on? Huh? And that was pretty fun. I got the Leviathan first time, and then I got on to learn more how to deal with Gigapedes. That was cool. And I think it was at that point that I started farming, which was also a big learning curve. In this game, everything is just a learning curve. You just go through it and have to beat that, and do that, and learn how to do that, and then you get better. So I went on, and eventually I got to Leviathan more and more consistently, and I still remember the day I first killed it. I I kid you not, I spent like an hour on Discord just talking to everyone like, "Oh my god, I did it." And that was epic. And then orb, there was also a chance of the first orb kill I had. The first orb kill I had, that was 1 frame before death. I remember killing an orb last second, like last second, and then I died. Just 1 moment before I died, I managed to kill the orb, and that feeling I will never forget. There was just this game makes you feel power as you go on. Most of it is struggle, but the more you struggle, the more the power really sets in. How you really feel how the game goes. And so as I went, I eventually killed Orb more and more consistently, and then I still remember the run. I still remember the run. I still remember. It was only about 2 months ago now, maybe three. I I had been playing for over a year, for a year at that point, and I still saw and I got I was so ready to go. I was at the moment I had a PB of 450, and at 450 I went further, and and as the new PB sound came in, I kept on going. I kept on going because I knew that would maybe be the one. And there were so many enemies. I had so many close calls. It was so close, and then I died at 4 seconds before 500. 4 seconds before 500. 496. Just imagine that for a moment. You spend a year playing a game and you haven't even beaten it, and then 4 seconds. You were away from the goal for 4 seconds. And I remember like being really sad about that, and everyone's still encouraging me to keep going. And you know what? I think if it wasn't for the community around this game, I would have probably dropped it. Like at 120 seconds, I would have probably just dropped it and said, "Yeah, this is boring." But for most of the time, it was the community and the people around the game that helped me keep going, that helped me go beyond my limits, that helped me go further than I could possibly can. Then one day on stream, I I got up, did a run, and eventually I did a 80-second farm, killed the centipede, killed the triple spiders, did 229 without homing, got level 4 before the level 3 first trio spider set. Killed all the spiders perfectly, nearly died to a gigapede, did a double dagger jump over gigapedes to survive, did more crazy stuff, got to Leviathan, got really scared, almost choked all of my attack, but eventually killed it last second. Used a bunch of homing to killed the orb in possibly my fastest time, and then killed everything else. I don't remember the rest. It was just pure chaos afterwards. I never killed a gig. I just dumped all my homing and went for it. I shot forwards and I went for it. I was shooting, I was running, I was killing the skulls, I was killing the squids. Ran so hard, and then I hear the PB sound. And then I keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. 500. And in that moment, the moment that timer hit 500, I instantly felt relief. And then died 9 seconds later, and then I screamed out of happiness. I screamed so hard out of happiness that I finally got this beauty of a dagger. This beauty of a dagger. I spent a year for this little rotating dagger, and it was worth it. In the end, I had a lot of people congratulate me. I gave a small speech on how I beat it, and that was really, really great. Because not only did I do it, I did it with a lot of people by my side. A lot of people helped me along the way. You can't beat Devil Daggers alone. Well, maybe you can with enough time, but you need to learn. You either need to learn from your own mistakes and own faulties across perhaps years without any tutorials or any help. But as long as you accept the help from others in this game, you can get far because other people will believe in you. I know this doesn't sound that epic or that special, but to me it was. It was a special journey. A journey I will never forget. and the journey of the greatest game I've ever played. And just to end this off, I want to do just one more run. Maybe I'll die in a minute. Maybe I'll die with a new PB. But if I know one thing about Devil Daggers, it's that it's a game that I love, and the people around it are also people I love. Maybe I'll stop playing. Maybe I'll come back. I do not know. But this will forever be my favorite gameplay game of all time. This truly is a good game, and I will never forget the fun I had.